What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix coming at you with another cryptocurrency stream. And guys, the Bitcoin price had a massive pump, almost touching $11,000, basically hit 10,900 and then having a little bit of a bounce back down to like 10,782 now, basically 10,800. Guys, if you got in below 10,000, you're in a very good place right now and the market is looking very good. And one other thing I wanted to talk about, guys, the Bitcoin price chart. Is the CME gap getting front run by the markets? Is that something that is going to be happening? Are we going to end up filling that CME gap, or are we just going to put it in the past? And guys, I had a few other coins I want to talk about: Electroneum, OXT, and Link. And guys, if that sounds good to you, be sure to subscribe and like, and I'm going to dive right into the price action. So guys, as you can see, we're in this bit of ascending wedge here with Bitcoin, and we had several touches below $10,000. Very good times to get in. If you got in towards the bottom of this channel, you're in a great spot. Even if you touch the bottom of this channel at 10,300, you're in a great spot right now. And guys, Bitcoin is just a very safe option. I can't stress enough, whether you're looking for fast flips and or just looking to accumulate more coin and hodl. Bitcoin is something that is readily always being up year to year and definitely a profitable investment. I can't stress it enough. But in the short term here, it looks like we broke through this orange box. We touched the top of this channel, got a little bit overextended here for a second, and now are breaking back down. Does that mean that we're going to actually touch back down towards this bottom of the channel here? Or are we going to keep pushing up? I think since we broke past 10,600, we're in a good support place right now. And we could easily push back up to $11,000, guys. It's definitely probable. If you zoom in close, we are just above the middle Bollinger Band. The EMA 20 is way above the EMA 55, so that's a good sign. We definitely could end up seeing some higher times right around the corner here. So hopefully around 10,900 or breaking 11,000 over the next day or two. That would be a really good sign. What we don't want to see is a little bit of a reversal and a breakdown to the lower Bollinger Band, and towards the bottom Bollinger Band, and see the EMA 20 start to dip down towards the EMA 55, and that would be a bad sign there. So that would mean we're going to get some pressure to the downside. But it looks like we have some good volume in the market too. There's definitely some movement going around, a lot of good stuff happening, guys. So I think there's a lot of room for Bitcoin price. If you guys are hodling, it's definitely a good time to be hodling. It's definitely a good time to be fast flipping too. If you guys got in, like I said, below 10, you made a good flip possibly by now. You could have flipped it all the way up at almost $11,000. Which, if you bought one Bitcoin, that's almost $1,000 gain, guys. It's that simple. That is more than most people make in a week. So very good trades here, very good trades. And guys, I want to talk a little bit about Link. Link has been kind of bouncing around between this resistance and support here. We're touching the bottom support level. Does that mean it's a good time to buy? Technically, guys, it could be. They're not financial advice, but there definitely could be some opportunities here. I know I will be personally looking to get in below 10. Okay, if there is another opportunity, that's when I will be looking to get in. I think getting in right now is just a little too risky. There could be a little bit more move to the downside, and I don't like getting stuck in the red basically at all. I like to sit in the green as much as possible, or at all times. But as you can see, we are in the bottom Bollinger Band, hugging it basically, so there could be some lower times. We could just keep going down here with Link. And if it does keep moving down, what support is going to hold it up? Is it going to be this 11.3, or is it going to be the 9.9 or 10? Okay, guys, what is exactly going to happen with Chainlink? Let me know if you're holding Chainlink, or where you got in, or where you're looking to get out, or what your plans are for Chainlink. I think Chainlink, we just hit $20 recently, an all-time high. We cut in half, had a big sell-off. I think the next time we peak up could easily be higher than $20, guys. It's just that simple. And guys, I want to talk a little bit about Electroneum. We were in this ascending wedge now for many days, since the 7th now, and it's the 15th, guys. So this has just been remaining true. Basically, if you got in down here, I was talking about getting in at supports. I was talking about getting in here. I did not get in. It didn't hit my zones where I wanted to get in. So I was just patient and waited. But if I would have got in right here, I would have been in a great spot. And if any of you guys got in at 0.004, 4.43, 4.2, anywhere in there, you're looking at a great buy right now and in a great spot. Up over 0.51 right now, peaked up over 0.0056, and looking very strong right now, guys. That's definitely a good sign. We got a little bit of volume back in the market. Hopefully we do not break down right now, and the reason I say that is because we are in the lower Bollinger Band. The EMA 20 is below the EMA 55, and we are touching the bottom support for this wedge here. So if we don't get a little bit of a change, we are going to break down a little further, and we don't want to see it break down past the 0.0050 mark, basically. So as long as we can hold above right there, I think that's a good sign. We have been oversold a couple times. We could go undersold briefly, and that's not that big of a deal, as long as we continue the same trend. So that's what I think is going on with Electroneum. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think we're just going to kind of keep bouncing around in this channel? Do you think we're going to break down? I think if something doesn't change, we're going to break down. But if something does change, we could end up just bouncing around and kind of trickling around in this area, maybe doing a little up and down motion, hopefully getting back up towards the top of this channel. I would really like to see us back in the green box. That would be just where I would like to see for good stable bullish behavior in Electroneum. Guys, I want to talk a little bit about OXT. Okay, possibly some good times to be trading. We're definitely getting close at 0.33 right now. If it gets down to 0.31, that's when I was looking to buy. Now I have the next down pinpointed at 0.26. So for instance, if we get down past 0.31, I would be looking to get in at 0.26, guys. That's where I'd be hoping to get in, assuming the market is heading that direction, of course. And until then, I'm just going to be waiting, because I don't want to have another one of these big cascading downfalls again. And you don't want to get wrecked by that, guys. So for instance, we could get another one right now, and if it went down to 0.26, from right where it's currently at, that's only at 22%, guys. And basically, we've had movements like that constantly. 39%. And then from the top, when it was up at $1 here, let's just say 52%, or even from the first down, that's still 46%. So there's definitely a lot of down movements happening, and you got to be careful of that, guys, especially when you're trying to get in at the bottoms. But you got to think there's also potential for upswings. Okay, so from even this bottom to this top, that's 24%. From this bottom to this top, that's 16%. Those are big trades. Even from this one to this one, that's 6%, guys. That's a big trade. Say like you're trading with $10,000, 6%, that's $600. So a very big trade, guys. And I think that, with OXT, you just got to be careful. So I would either be looking to get in at the 0.31, or if you're being even more cautious, get down in at the 0.26 area, because that's where I will be looking to get in with my coin. And I think that's where it'd be the safest buy in a non-risk zone. I don't like to really risk it. Some people like to roll the dice and say, hey, I'm in at support, I'm going to go for it. And that's why I like to say the 3.1 area, 0.31 area. Because if that's where you wanted to get in, it has bounced off that twice. There's no guarantee it will go down to 0.26. Okay, there's no guarantee. But that's what I will be waiting for in case it does happen, guys, just so we're on the same page. And guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about the CME gap. Is it getting front run by the markets? So as the price dropped from $12,000 earlier this month, most traders and investors had their eyes on a potential closure of the CME gap. Right here, guys, it came very close to it. We basically went all the way down to it, came into it, but didn't close it. So that's basically as close as it gets to filling it. And the question now is it going to fill? However, the CME gap didn't close as buyers stopped above the CME gap. The price of Bitcoin reversed at 10,000 and not 9,600. So in that regard, the likelihood of not closing the CME gap increases by the day. So not all CME gaps will get filled. It's just another factor to consider for traders, just like support and resistance, flips, or Fibonacci extension tool. So what's more likely is a substantial range-bound period for Bitcoin, which may last for months. A similar period has been seen in the previous market cycle in 2016, which is a long, boring, sideways consolidation motion. So there's a potential scenario for Bitcoin that could actually play out. And as the chart shows, and current uptrend is clearly visible since the crash with continuation is likely. The upper resistance level at 10,900, if this is broken, which we're kind of bouncing off it right now, the next crucial hurdle is found at 11,100, 11,300. The resistance zone is a central level for higher time frames as well, which if it's broken may result in a massive rally, guys. So we want to get up to this resistance level and break through it, guys. As simple as that. So the price of Bitcoin may then see a quick rise to the next major resistance zone at 12,100. However, to break through in one go is less likely, as would only be the first test of the previous support zone of 11,100. So there might have to be a little bit more building up going on, and that's why we're talking about a long sideways motion before we actually fill this kind of, well, not fill, but go up to the 11,100, push back up to 12,000. We actually have to continuously put in some good trend here and actually remain stable. So therefore, a potential continuation of sideways range-bound structure shouldn't come as a surprise and would be as similar to what happened right after the 2020 halving. To recap, a clearly defined support zone are found at 9,200, 9,500, and around 10,000. The resistance zones at 11,100, 11,300, and 11,900 to 12,200, guys. So there's a lot going on in the Bitcoin price. We could definitely see the Bitcoin end up shooting up definitely a little bit further, and hopefully it'll bring some of the alts with it, guys. It's that simple. And moreover, if it can actually remain stable above these support levels, we could end up seeing it test the resistances, hopefully within the week. Now, that means testing resistances, we could just be back in this kind of sideways motion, just going like this. That's what I think is going to happen, guys. We're going to be bouncing around a little bit now and moving sideways. And guys, it's as simple as that. That's all I have time for today. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I can't stress enough, I do this for you guys every single day. And don't forget, I am doing something for you guys. I am giving away a Ledger Nano S. One of my first 500 subscribers that subscribe within the first 500 are in it to win this Ledger Nano, and I'll do that drawing for you guys all live to see. And if you're not familiar with Ledger, it's definitely the safest way to keep your crypto off the exchange. You want to keep it right under your nose so you don't get hacked or anything like that. And guys, that's all I have time for today. Thank you for tuning in. I am Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later.